My name is Santiago Valentin. I am a chaplain with Corporate Chaplains of America. My mission is to build caring relationships with each employee. This is my oldest company. I have 8 companies that I serve in Chicago in 12 different locations, and I see them every week. I keep a schedule just like a doctor does his rounds. In the hospital, I do my rounds. So they count on me seeing me every Wednesday. And you're a chaplain, you're coming in and you have no idea what's going to happen. Sometimes great things are happening, sometimes some of the worst things are happening because life does happen for people. And so there's a schedule that we build, and we build a rapport, we build trust. I'm getting into their spaces, getting into their jobs, asking them what they do, how they do it, and then from there, how are they doing, and from there, how's the family doing? And it's little by little, we're earning trust. We're building that relationship, and it takes weeks, months, years to do so. Every person is different. Every person has a personal pain, a certain idea of what they think who God is. A good chaplain is a counselor, an evangelist, and somebody who does apologetics, because you're going to encounter every worldview, every type of person, and your job is to be Christ to that person, because again, you're going to be the only gospel they read. Then we get into deeper things, as trust has been built up. I remember what they're going through, and I ask them about their children and how things are going at home, and we go there. Then I get into the cracks and crevices of where the guys are actually producing the parts and doing the things, and it's noisy, so you gotta kind of talk loud and listen well. But the great thing is that sometimes we're able to have even an intense personal conversation 3 feet from somebody else because they can't hear us. But yeah, it's getting in those cracks and finding out where they're working at, and they kind of know, hey, he's here, and he loves me enough to walk into my space and ask me how I'm doing. Everything we do is one-on-one. It's all about building that caring relationships. So I get to go deeper and more profound. In many ways, I get to know not only the employee, but the spouses, the children. I care for that entire network. Anybody that would be important to that employee would be important to me. The chaplain's there to help guide you, to be a good counsel, to be a good listener, and we would do life with people. And that's the most amazing thing. It's not a program. You can't plan when you're going to get cancer or if you're going to get cancer. You can't plan if your kid is going to stay off of drugs or your daughter's going to get pregnant at 15. You can't plan that stuff. If it did, life would be great and everybody would be happy, but we live in a fallen world and people do dumb things. They do bad things sometimes. And here we come to walk in the mess with you. And we get to be that because we know that for many of our people, we're the only gospel they're going to read. So walking in compassion, showing compassion, especially when they know that they've sinned, and yet you don't judge, because that's not my right. I'm a sinner just like they are. I need grace and mercy just like they are. So to show compassion to them and to show understanding and say, yeah, I'm here with you and Christ loves you. And the reason Christ loves you because I'm here, and this is just evidence of him saying, hey, I'm reaching out to you. I'm sending you this chaplain, let him love you, let her love you. I mean, that has to be it. You have to demonstrate that compassion for the person, not necessarily for the things that they do, the mistakes they do, the sins that they do, but you have to demonstrate that compassion. You have to be Christ with skin on. We are very intentional about loving everyone, regardless of faith, worldview, gender, everything. Even the people who I know that I work with every week who are not of faith, they use us a lot. I think the company goes they tread lightly and they're very careful to make sure that everyone, regardless of faith, is treated and loved and shown and respected because they're made in the image of God. And we're literally being real because we go into their world. We're not asking them to walk into the church and wear their Sunday best. We're seeing them at their very worst sometimes. And That's a great responsibility to have because it's all based on trust. So it does take us, oh my gosh, the average chaplain takes about 3 years to establish trust with the employees. We got to get in there every day with them and get to know them and walk into their world and say, hey, I love you. I'm okay with this. Let's go.